Mic check. I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop, stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who throws a dick around, bound to go through plat.
Casually go into it.
Yeah.
So how have you been?
I've been good. I'm tired. I've been tired, but yeah, I've been good.
Yeah.
Just trying to enjoy the ride of comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many shows a week are you doing now?
I mean, mics included and showcases every day. Like,
Every day?
Yeah, pretty much every day we do a show. And then on average, I mean, I'm on the road with Cam from like Thursday to Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Orlando trying to do a show.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, but it's what I asked for, so I don't complain.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't be like, this sucks, I want to not do this.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that.
And
I don't feel that, but
and
you know
it
what I mean?
is fun though, man. It really is, man. Like being on the road is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, we just the storyline, the narratives of like everybody's personality, and like when we all come together, it's just hilarious. It's like being on a reality TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you see like your next steps? Are you trying to get towards headlining and traveling off your own like tour, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm headlining in Indiana, South Bend next week. But yeah, I'm just brick by brick building my own like little headlining thing and seeing where that takes me. What I'm realizing is like once you're inside, once you're like on the circuit, like you're good. Once the clubs see you and they're familiar with you and you're not an asshole, like you're pretty much good, man. You know what I mean? As long as you got the time.
Yeah. So is it different like when you start getting in that circuit and seeing these people face to face versus reaching out before meeting them? It's easier to get those clubs booked, is what you're saying?
100%, because, I mean, when you send an email or message or whatever, you're just one of 1,000.
Just another guy.
The problem is, like, there's a lot of people trying to do comedy from the couch.
Yeah.
They're not even, like, out there like that, but they're still harassing bookers and stuff, so they're kind of, like, messing the game up, too, because it's like, what's the difference between my message and their message? They don't know. You know what I mean? They're just wasting everybody's time.
It's just, it drowns out the real shit that's in there.
Exactly.
Which is why they ignore it.
Exactly.
Because it's at that point to where they have no reason to even look at it anymore.
Especially if your club is fire.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the world wants to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but once you get like somebody to like usher you in there and put you in front of them and they see, you know what I mean? Because what I'm realizing too is like, say there's like a market. Say there's like a smaller market where like you wouldn't sell tickets. In these small towns, there's nothing to do there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna sell 40 tickets every weekend to their like small comedy club, whether you're there or not. So you already have like a built-in audience. And if you can run up some like social media promotion to make your comedy look good, you know what I mean? That's just icing on the cake. So
it's just getting in front of these people is the biggest thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's not easy to get in front of these people either. It takes fucking work to get in front of these people.
That's why I keep telling people stop speaking on other comedians online, man. I keep telling people, and I keep seeing more and more people doing that shit. But you never know who you're gonna need. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If their special sucks, let it suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not about to blast them because you never know, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's like. I'm not going to, like, say his name, but there's a comedian who's, like, comedy I don't really care for. And I've met him in person a few times, and every time I talk to him, he's, like, a great guy. You know what I mean? Now, imagine if I just was online just shitting on him for years just because I don't like his work, and then I meet him. Now, do I be fake and be like, oh, man, I love you? Or do I just, like, keep it 100, like, oh, your comedy sucks? Either way, I'm being a weirdo. You know what I mean? It's just easier to just...
I hate that shit so much. I see so many podcasts out there that like, and I'm not hating on it because I'm hating on it. It annoys me to see people talk shit about people they're not even on their level. Like, you're not even on that level. So how are you going to even say, like, that person's not even gonna see nor care about your
Right.
opinion either.
Right.
So like, why don't you worry about your own shit?
And
Yeah.
this comedy thing is so hard too, especially like to get it off the ground. You know what I mean? So I kind of look at this as like a fraternity for real. Like if you're really doing comedy, like, and you're good at it, like I automatically have like a high level of respect for you. There's people who like, that's kind of like a thing with me. Like once you prove to me that you're like capable of doing comedy, like the way I perceive you is so different because like I take that shit seriously. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people, like there's so many people who just put it all on the line for this. You know what I mean? So for people to just like, oh, I didn't like your special, so screw you. Like people feed their families off this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's way more than just having an opinion on somebody's art. You know what I mean? This is like their business and their livelihood. So just because you have a voice doesn't even mean that you warrant the right to go online and use it to bash somebody. Like why do that? You know what I mean? But like fans all day, like hell yeah, if you don't like somebody,
different.
yeah, if you like somebody's shit, yeah, talk shit because that only ups the engagement anyway. But I don't know. I'm just speaking on that because I've been seeing that a lot lately. Like people are getting way too comfortable talking crazy.
To see other comedians talking shit about comedians, it was because I'm new, so like for me to come in and see, it was interesting to me to see that because I'm like, wait, like wouldn't you want to help build this whole thing up and like like what? Like, do you realize regardless or not, they fucking made it.
And and I'm not gonna lie, that was a mistake I used to make a lot when I first started, because I would be one of them people that's like, oh, you think he's funny? He's not funny. But then like once I started like really doing this and seeing what it is, I'm like, yeah, I need to chill with all of that shit. That was another thing that used to annoy me too, like the way comedians present doing comedy to like people out, like, oh yeah, you know, I'm doing these shitty mics and it sucks and I don't make any money and I'm depressed and da da da. Like, why would anybody want to come see you if you're presenting it like you're just some like loser? You know what I mean? Like make this shit look cool. Make it look like you enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's the case with everything. Like you have to make it look like you like it so people will want to come see it. If you're just online like, oh man, did another shitty mic last night, people are automatically like, okay, you do shitty mics, you ain't shit, and I'm not coming to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's weird.
No, it is interesting because like for me, this shit has made me happier than I've ever been in my entire life. So for me to be depressed doing this is weird. Like that's weird to me because it's like I could never give this up because it makes me so happy. So to see people like still be depressed and be doing it and like get pissed that they have to go to another, or you don't even really have to go to another mic, but like you're mad that you're like, why are you mad that you're there?
Just go do something else.
Just like,
nobody's making you do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
So
you're literally just making it worse for everybody else with that stank energy.
yeah, but if there wasn't people like that, you know, I mean, it's a part of it. It's like that yin and yang of it, I guess. Like there's no getting rid of it. But I mean, like we can control what we do. So I mean, I just try to stay away from that shit.
Yeah, man. I'm really just trying to stay in a positive space with this comedy thing because I'm really realizing like, okay, being funny is cool or whatever, and that's so subjective that it's like you can't even hang your hat on that. So it really is just like the energy that you provide in the room. Like if people just want to be around you, they're gonna put you on the show even if they think you suck. You know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, at least in the green room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're laughing or having a good time.
Yeah. No. So what year did you start comedy?
The first time I started doing comedy was in 2012. And that sounds a lot longer than what it really is because I started doing comedy. It was going smooth. I started producing my own shows, and those were like crushing. I was selling like 200-300 tickets per show before sponsored ads, by the way. And it was going good, and I was just like, okay, any day now, you know what I mean? Like these clubs are gonna be calling, and that day kind of never came. And then I just started throwing parties, and then I was making like a lot of money doing that and networking with a lot of people. So I kind of just got away from comedy for like, I was still doing it here and there, but I wasn't even halfway pursuing it the way you need to. So I got away from comedy for about like 5 or 6 years, I would say. And then probably back in 2021 is when like I really locked in and was like, all right, man, let me push this the way that I should have been pushing it the whole time. And a part of me regrets not pursuing it as hard as I did, but I don't know. I just grew so much doing everything else that like I really feel like invincible now. You know what I mean? Because I know what I know now. I know who I know now. You know what I mean? I'm more mature. I'm a man now, so I'm not like making childish errors. You know what I mean? You know.
So do you feel like, because like how you were saying, you kind of regret, like you wish you kind of like grinded a little harder at it earlier, but you feel now like it happened that way because it needed to happen that way for you to be where you're at now.
Yeah,
because I feel the same way.
Because who knows? Like, who knows what would have happened? You know what I mean? I could have been one of those people that went to New York or LA or whatever, but what year? Like 2018, 2019, and just got lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Or started working on one thing and then COVID comes and just completely knocks it over. Now I'm homeless. You know what I mean? Like, there's who knows? There's a million different routes that I could have went, but I'm happy where I'm at now, so I don't really have too many regrets.
Yeah. No, that's good. Because I thought I had those thoughts when I first started comedy. So I was like, man, I would have been so much better if I started 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, no, because like everybody's path is different.
Right.
Like, don't matter if you start at 20, 28, 42, like, as long if you want that shit, I honestly, like, even though I know I'm new and like probably a lot of comedians say this, but like, I feel like if you want that shit, like if you want, like you have to want it and know that shit's gonna happen, like it will.
I'm realizing there's very few comedians in the industry that don't get their shot, that are like super talented. Like, you don't, like, if you're super talented and you've been doing this for years, eventually at some point you're gonna get a shot. Somebody's gonna take you on the road. You're gonna do some tour. You're gonna get some special. Some club is gonna, you know, have you as like one of the residences or whatever. But yeah, comedy is kind of fair. You know what I mean? It's pretty fair. It's hard to put up trash. You know what I mean? It's hard to sell tickets to trash because you can't lie. Like, at least with music, you can lie because you can just play a song over and over until people like it. But if comedy's not good, it's hard to sell it to people.
That's why you have to be good,
Right.
to get to those levels, which takes time. Yeah, I think that's another thing that knocks people out is like just time, like just knowing that like you have to like want it to keep doing it because nobody's gonna spend 10, 20 years doing this if they hate it.
Right. Hey, some people do, man.
I don't know.
Some people really do hate this, and they just use it as a tool to punish people, man.
I don't know how.
I don't know what it is, man. It's bizarre. I would have started a bowling league by now or something if I was in, but I don't know. It's weird, man.
Yeah. No, but so you've been in Orlando the whole time doing comedy?
Yeah.
I know you travel and shit, but otherwise this is your base. Yeah. So you think you'll stay in Florida? Like where you live, or you think you want to move?
I don't know, man. I still haven't made my mind up because now that I'm moving around, man, I really see like how much of a disadvantage I was the whole time staying in Florida and doing comedy because it's not connected to the industry at all. Like, nobody here really has an agent, a manager. Nobody's coming down here to find, you know, the next big thing. But then when you go to these other cities, there's like people with like 800 followers that have an agent. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I don't know. I kind of feel like the way I'm doing it now is like it's kind of good because I do get to be on the road. So I don't have to like seek out like these industry types of people because they're on the road with us. They're hearing what's going on. So that's one of the reasons why I would stay in Florida. But I know if I did move, like, it would help a lot. But I don't know, man. In Orlando, I just have so much, like, free reign, man. Like, I can do it. And even, like, outside of comedy, I own a catering company. You know what I mean? I could start a car lot tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, just different options of, like, sources of revenue that I know if I move other places, I don't have my network.
It's
out there,
easier
you know
here.
what I mean?
Yeah, for you. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I feel like I want to stay here. Like, I like Florida. I want to stay here. But, like, I feel like if I have the means to travel, I still have the means to make those opportunities happen. But a lot of people don't have those means. So I totally, I get that. Yeah.
And traveling wise, Florida kind of sucks, too, because it's, like, in its own little
corner
world. But if you live in, like, middle of America, it's only 3 hours each way. We were in Louisville, however they say it. And it's like a 3-hour drive to like Nashville, Cincinnati, I want to say Charlotte. I could be wrong about that, but I was just like, man, to like do comedy out of here would be fire because it's like basically Orlando to Tampa distance to all of these other like major cities. You know what I mean? It's like a good little hub to be in that you don't really get in Florida because Miami's like 4 hours away, which isn't like too convenient. Tampa's an hour and a half. Other than that, where else you gonna go?
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta take a plane everywhere.
Yeah. So it's either get used to it or figure it the fuck out.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So what's the best city you've done so far? Like your favorite city so
like
far?
audience wise?
Yeah, I guess audience wise.
Man, we just did Ontario last week, and they were pretty good, man. I'm not gonna
Really?
lie, they were pretty good. They for me, man, they really stamped it as like Mexicans are the best audience, hands down. They're the best audience, man, because like they get like black references and like demeanor, but they still have like, because you know like white audiences, they're more patient. They're like, they'll listen to like, oh, structure of the joke, and like a black audience would be like, you better be funny. It got to be like that, like outward energy. Mexicans are like perfect in the middle, like
Really?
a little bit of this side, a little bit of that side. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
They're really good. Shoot. Chicago was really fun. We did Zanies in Chicago. That was really fun. But I'm not sure if I have like a favorite. I know favorite city wise, I like Phoenix a lot.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the city, because like growing up in Florida, you don't really like see mountains and deserts
No.
and shit like that. You know what I mean? So that alone was like pretty cool. And
Yeah.
like the people out there were just very chill. Other than the heat, I mean the heat was like crazy, but I would take their heat over our heat any day because the humidity down here is wild.
It's like dry over there.
Yeah, it's like a blow dryer. Like as soon as you open your door, it's like just blasting you.
Yeah, me and my husband got engaged in Utah.
Oh, for real?
And we were there in I don't even know what month it was. It was March or something. And it was like 56 degrees, but it felt like a Florida 70.
Yeah.
Like it was weird.
Yeah.
But your lips get super chapped.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
everything's
It's
dry.
crazy.
You gotta constantly lotion yourself and put chapstick on.
And it's like that for days after too. It's like, damn, I'm back home and I'm still dry. Jesus.
I was getting motion sickness up there too, driving around all the mountains and stuff.
Yeah.
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 It's nice though. It's really pretty. Really pretty.
I just
but,
appreciate the contrast, man, because Florida, like we're used to, you know, just beach or swamp or whatever. And then
beach
you out
and
there-
swamp. There's nothing in between.
Exactly.
Orlando.
Projects. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything with like a mountain, little forest or whatever. Yeah.
That's what you like?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because we never get to see it, man.
Are you a hiking guy?
Hell no.
You're not?
Hell no.
He said
Hell
mountain
no.
forest, but I don't hike.
I got tricked into hiking one time, and I'm never doing that shit again, man.
What happened?
Dog, my girl, bro, she's like, I don't know. I want to say she's like a experienced hiker, but she's not. She's just not scared of this shit. We're at the Grand Canyon, and she got on like running shoes. She don't even have on like no damn hiking boots and shit. And she just takes off, right? She's running around the mountain. And then there's like this little narrow, I mean, the walkway is probably like this wide. There's this narrow turn. And then once I get to the corner of the turn, I don't see her. So I'm looking down, I'm like, dog, I know she didn't walk this. So I'm looking around like, yo, did she just fall off the fucking mountain, bro? So I go back, I'm walking around, I get up to like this higher part, I'm looking for her and shit. It's the first time in my life I've ever came close to having a panic attack. I'm a very chill, like nonchalant type of dude, but I'm like, I know there's no way she just walked on, she walked on the side of the fucking mountain in some damn running shoes. I still give her shit about that to this day, because I'm like, bro, what possessed you to go up there with these goddamn Converses on, thinking, but I mean, in her defense, she didn't fall, but I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this again, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's like, bro, I can see it from here. I don't need to walk that little path and go over further left so I can look down more. I can look down from here. It's not really doing that for me.
I'm glad you never have had a panic attack. That's
Bro,
good.
Yeah, I was
hope
like,
you
damn,
never
this is
get
what people
that
deal with.
way.
This sucks. I don't know what to do. Do I go live? Like, what
Do I go live?
what do I do? Like,
That's crazy.
yeah, man,
Oh, man.
that was bad.
Yeah, my husband said if I didn't say yes, he was going to push me off the... He was like, I straight off
He
the
would have been in the
mountain.
news. That happens a lot too. People go hiking and only one comes back. What is that?
Yeah, that was that Gabby Petito case. That girl that got killed. You remember
what
that?
what happened with that? Did they try
He
him
killed
or-
himself. He left killed himself.
Right.
He left a note in the to his parents and went in the woods, and supposedly I don't know if he shot himself or something.
They found his body?
I don't remember. I'd have to
Shit,
look.
They ain't find that body. He in Guatemala right now. Cooling. I need a confirmed body.
He's on Epstein's island.
Yo, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, he looked like he had those serial killer type eyes. I dated somebody with serial killer eyes.
For real? Was he like creepy like that too?
He was crazy.
Yeah.
He was a nutbag.
Isn't it crazy that it's always in the eyes?
It's
always
scary.
in the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look back. I like him. His eyes are just. It's like the devil in somebody's face. I don't like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like demon face. You ever hear that demon face syndrome?
No.
It was on the news in 2024 that some guy had this condition called demon face syndrome, where he would look at somebody's face and their like mouth would be stretched, their ears would, like their whole face would
What
kind of
the
be stretched up.
fuck?
And I'm just starting to think that he was just seeing a lot of women with Botox.
He's in LA.
I don't know, but I was watching it and I was like, that's crazy that they would actually have a condition like that. I'm like, I don't know, maybe he probably is seeing demons.
And how can you prove it though?
Yeah. Like you can't look through that guy's eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
That's like a guy saying he's a vampire, and then you're just saying out here on the news saying there's vampires.
literally, yeah. How you out here diagnosing something you can't prove? That's crazy.
That's next after aliens, vampires.
Well, look, we said they weren't real, but we got this guy. Look at him. He looks like a vampire.
Count Dracula.
Right.
But it's gonna be Count Dracula because of all the trans.
Tranny Dracula. That's
Yeah.
funny.
I don't know. Yeah. So where'd you grow up in Orlando? Did you grow up in Orlando?
Yeah, like half and half. I grew up in Akron, Ohio, and then I moved to Orlando when I was like 13.
Oh yeah, I remember. I saw you posted you went to go visit your dude.
Yeah, that shit burned down.
That's crazy.
Nobody gave a fuck about my house burning down though.
Yeah.
It was all
Now
jokes
everyone's
when
like,
my child,
"House
right? It was jokes when my childhood house got burned down. but
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, it was crazy though, man. I don't know. I don't know how recent that fire was though, because all of their stuff was still in there, in that apartment. Like,
So you think
weird.
it was like recent?
Yeah, it had to be like maybe a month tops. If that.
Because all that stuff would have been gone. Either would have been taken by somebody or thrown out by whoever owns the property now.
That was so weird to me though, because it was that apartment was the only apartment burned down, and like it's in Akron, Ohio. Like, what are the odds that I would even want to go back to go see it?
Yeah.
And of all the ones to be burned down, it's the one that I show up to see. Like, it was just like some Truman Show shit. Like,
Did it have any symbology to you from like childhood or anything with the burn down?
That place is like of all the places I lived, because I moved around a lot as a kid, that was the place that I lived the longest.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the house.
I have that too. My mom's still in it.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
that
crazy.
Shit was weird, but it's like, hey, whatever, man. That whole trip was weird though, because like my elementary school is boarded up, my middle school is demolished. It's like literally like my childhood just didn't happen. It's like a rumor.
Yeah.
Like,
imagine trying to tell your kids when they get older.
Exactly. Exactly.
They're like, Dad, you're lying.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's so weird, man.
Yeah.
The whole town is abandoned though. Like, people don't live there anymore. Like,
do you know why?
Yeah, because it boomed. I want to say probably like the 70s or the 80s because of like the factories and stuff they were building there.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the factories are like out of business. So there's no jobs, there's no opportunity.
So nobody can live
people aren't having
there.
kids as much as they used to. So
yeah.
why live in Akron when you could live in Cleveland or Orlando?
Or Orlando, Florida, which is where you went. Yeah. So what age were you when you moved over here?
13.
You were 13. Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to school in Orlando and everything.
Yeah. Culture shock.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, because there weren't like Hispanic people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
really?
I moved to East Orlando. That's where like it's all Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny. It was definitely funny, man. Growing up in Ohio compared, because like the way the apartments look in Orlando, they didn't have apartments like that in Akron. So when we moved down here and we were like signing a lease to move in our apartment, I was like in the truck, like, yo, I can't believe we just got this big ass house. I thought we had the whole building.
You thought you had the whole building?
I was like, yo, we came up, bro. Like, this is great. This is like when Nickelodeon was in its heyday and shit. So I was like, yeah, we in Orlando. We right by the beach.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then I walked up 3 flights of stairs. It was like, oh, okay, we don't get the whole building. We just get this one little hallway. Okay, cool.
Well, maybe you'll get the whole building soon.
I know, right?
You can buy it all back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So where are you going next?
Shoot, I got to do Indiana next week, and then 2 weeks after that, Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Virginia Beach. Interesting.
Yeah.
What club's there?
I think it's the Improv.
The Improv?
Let me check.
Yeah, those are everywhere, right? Yeah.
Virginia. Funny Bone. I lied.
Oh, yeah. They changed their name. I forgot. Or somebody bought them out. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them because I heard something about them. They're going to sell it again, too. I don't know.
Oh, really?
There's like some moving pieces with these comedy clubs. And I heard Live Nation is getting into this comedy club business, too. So watch what you say about Live Nation on the internet because they're looking to install some industry plans probably, too. That's what I'm worried about. These corporations start buying comedy clubs, and it's like, come watch this guy walk his dog on stage for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Or
it's like monetized.
Right.
Like it's a 45-minute paid ad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think about this is probably an extreme jump from what we were just talking about where you're going next, but what do you think about like all the dumb shit that's going on right now in the world on the media and shit?
What do you mean?
Do you just like in general, do you feel like it's just like just distractions, or like do you think there's like really some truth to like, you know, the drones or the aliens or the, you know, who's setting the fires?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't. I used to think that I did. I used to be like, oh yeah, this is their plan, this is their plan. Now I don't know, bro. I really don't, because like even with Trump winning the presidency and like Trump supporters look at him as like some kind of like disruption to the machine and stuff like that because he's not a politician. So like his whole thing was like, yeah, I'm gonna drain the swamp and get all these crooked politicians out of there. The fact that he's like best friends with Elon now too is like, so, I don't know if this is like too political. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Elon, but I'm just saying like him being the richest man in the world, you would think that he has to be a part of the machine, right?
Oh, I think he's the devil.
Right? He's very.
I think he's the devil in disguise.
Elon's a weirdo to me, man. I think that he has. That's funny. I was just talking about this today. I think he has the luxury of being perceived as like, oh, this super smart genius guy, and not saying that he's not. Obviously, like he has to be smart to accomplish the stuff that he does, but like the aesthetic that he has is because like we see it in movies and shit, like with like Tony Stark or like I don't know if you ever seen Watchmen, like the smartest man in the world. He's like this wealthy billionaire type of dude, so he tries to like wear that hat. But I kind of think that he's not as smart as people be saying he is, because he says a lot of dumb shit sometimes. But he just words it in a way where it's like, oh no, he has to be smart. There was something he just tweeted, I want to say like 2 days ago, where somebody just said like a very like blatant statement, like sugar is poison. And he was like, no, cyanide is poison. You don't see people dying outside of a candy store, but sugar should be eaten rarely. I'm paraphrasing, but he's saying like sugar should be eaten sparingly. Why should it be eaten sparingly? Because if you eat too much of it, it's bad for you and could kill you. Wouldn't that make it poisonous? You know what I mean? Like when he says stuff like that, it's just like, you're not that much of a critical thinker, or you're just being disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? But either way, it's like, I'm on to you. You know what I mean? Like,
I've met people like that take exactly what you say and they try to make it sound smarter, but it's the exact same thing.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I've met people like that.
And if you're like smart, when you like simplify it, but you're making it complicated, which is like what dumb people do.
It's engineers.
Right. You wanna
No, yeah. I just find him super hypocritical because he like talks shit about pausing AI and like getting like AI is dangerous, but he's like building robots. Like that blows my fucking mind. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
he
it
hasn't
doesn't
said
make
that in a
sense.
long time, right? I haven't seen him say anything bad about AI in a minute.
Yeah.
Now he's just like, oh, the AI robots will be here in 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
I
man.
think he's I don't know anything, obviously. I like to think about these things because they're fun and
Right.
it distracts me from life sometimes. But it's like I look at him and I'm just like, this guy is just another plant. He's just a guy that has money and he does the thing that whoever tells him to do to make things go a certain
Right.
way.
They need a face. He's like the president.
Yeah,
He's
it's like another
the face
puppet.
for president for space.
Yeah.
A puppet for space.
Space, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I really don't know what's going on, and I want to say partly because like I'm not on TikTok because I know like a lot of information is on there because it's just like the people posting it and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if the fires are real. I don't know if
You don't know if the fires are real.
I know they happen. I know they happen, but I don't know if it was like a natural thing or they're just trying to buy up the land so they wanted to burn everything down. I saw some image that like the areas that got burnt up out there like are like parallel to the railroad system that they wanted to build out there. I don't know how true that is. That's why I'm just like, I don't know.
That's the thing is like there's so many AI videos out there
Right.
of the fires, like the Hollywood sign on fire. It's not even on fire.
Right. And I saw that picture
looks
like
normal.
everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere. It's actually people should be I feel like people should be scared.
Yeah.
Because we have no truth source anymore. There's zero.
Cause like it's cool, like we're making memes and shit. People are laughing, but like, what happens when like people start using this AI shit to like overturn elections and shit? People go, "Oh, did you see what Trump just said? Did you see whoever else is next gonna run? Did you?" People will believe it. There's a headline out right now that was like, "Oh, Trump is if you put your baby daddy on child support, your baby daddy gets your income taxes. You can't file income taxes." It's a complete lie. And I keep seeing people posting it.
Oh no.
Like, it's crazy. My own brother posted it. I was like, damn. He's my half brother though, so it's all good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, bro. I was like, but it happens. I mean, I got maybe like once or twice, and I like to think that I'm like savvy. So imagine somebody who's just like a complete idiot on the social media that's why I'm just like, man, I don't know.
I was one of those for a while.
What, just consuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was cuz I stopped being on social media before I started comedy for like 2 years. I had no Facebook, no Instagram, like nothing. I shut everything off and it was the best 2 years of my life, like the best. And as soon as I got it again, dude, I get sucked into I don't touch TikTok cuz that shit scares me cuz I feel like it's even like more sucked in than the Instagram reels and stuff because their algorithm is so good. But yeah, I mean the Instagram reels suck me in. I hate that shit. I can't wait to afford to hire someone to manage all that shit for me.
Man, if I wasn't doing comedy, I wouldn't even have social media, man. Especially at this point, like knowing everything that it does. I whenever I'm like not on the road, I put my phone on D&D, and even just that, I feel great. Like 6-7 hours go by without me looking to see who called me, and then I look 9:30. Oh shit, such and such called me at 2:00. It feels way better doing it like that than just my phone just going off, and I'm just oh shit, I can't take that call right now. Like just I don't know like what the chemical is in your brain or whatever, where it's just like I don't want to deal with that right now. They're trying to talk to me about. They're trying to take my mind to a space that I don't want to be in right now. I think that's like a huge problem with social media. Is like people can just write you, and you have to talk about whatever it is that they're talking about. I don't want to talk about that right now. Yeah. And it's not even because like for any like malicious reason. I'm just thinking about something else right now.
Yeah.
My mind is in another space. I'm not trying to get dragged into whatever you got going on. So
yeah.
D&D. There's like a couple people I got to call back now, but it's just like I'm gonna do that when I do that. And if that ain't your thing, then that ain't your thing. We live in interesting times. I think about that all the time. Like when in 1920, you could just exist. You didn't have to talk to your uncle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you felt like running some bullshit by you.
No, it is different because it's this sounds stupid, but like when I stopped having social media after like the first 2 weeks, I started smelling the rain again.
Yeah.
You know that smell, like from when you were a kid, just that smell. I could smell the rain, and I'm like, this
You might
shit,
be
it
onto
does
something.
something to
You might be
you.
onto something,
It does
'cause
something to your senses.
I
It
can't
dulls your
smell.
senses. It's
You know what I stopped
scary.
doing? I stopped because I saw that like if you charge your phone while you're sleeping, it's bad for you because it like radiates you or whatever. So I don't charge my phone while I sleep anymore. My phone's always dead now, but
Yeah.
I'd rather it be that way than another way.
I know some people will leave it in like the like their living room when they go to bed in their bedroom and just like not even have it in the room because apparently it emits it like 24/7. But it's like to a point to where like if you don't have your own phone, somebody next to you got one.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like you can't even get away from it unless you're living on Epstein's Island.
Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Phones. I want to start doing that with these comedy shows. Get these phone pouches.
Yes, yeah.
I was trying to find them on like Amazon and shit, but you can't really buy them, bro. Like I'm gonna have to like manufacture my own or something.
Really?
Yeah. Yonder. Well, this was a few years ago. I don't know if they changed their model, but they don't just sell to you like.
You have to contract to them.
Yeah, and they have to like fly a representative out, and they're like, "Yeah, that's gonna be like $4,000 to get him out there." I'm like, I'm not about to fuck him. I'm not flying him nowhere.
Yeah, they
you know
want
what I mean? Like,
they want you to hire their employees.
shit.
Yeah,
like, just sell
like
me the
their
bags,
hookers.
bro. Like, what are we talking about? But
yeah,
I feel them though. They're trying to just spoon feed everybody to guarantee that their money comes in. But shit, let me find somebody else who has like a similar patent. I'm buying like 300 of them.
that's smart. Yeah, because it is annoying to have like at the small shows I do, like I can't do anything about it, but it is really annoying when people are taking videos of you.
It's so weird.
And I'm like, what are you taking a video of me for?
Right.
Like, what is it? What are you saying this to your friends? Like, are you posting it somewhere? Like, what are you doing? Are you jerking off to later?
Exactly,
like, that's what my immediate
Just
thought
audio
is.
and shit.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Nah, the no cell phone shows are just so much better though. Everybody's just like
In it.
they're there.
Yeah, their
You know what I
energy
mean?
is in the room instead of in there. That's another thing is I think like it literally sucks your soul's energy out.
Yeah.
When you're using it.
Yeah.
It's I don't like it at all. I need to get more with discipline.
Especially with the newer phones. You remember like when phones first came out? Did you ever have that thing where like when people text you, like you kind of like you felt it first before your phone went off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on iPhone that doesn't really happen no more, and I wonder why. But that was like very much a thing. Remember if you put your phone next to a speaker, the speaker would like ping, 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 ping before.
Yeah, it would make that or any static. It would make the
The iPhones don't do that, and I wonder like what they put in them to like stop doing that. You know what I mean?
Because it has to do something with the radio waves or the waves. Because there's waves around us 24/7. Oh man, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, bro. I used to
5G.
feel like I used to feel like I was psychic when somebody texts me. I'd be like, "Yo, she about to text me right now," and then my phone go off in 2 seconds.
Because it hits our brain before it hits the phone.
It's weird. It's weird. What is this? You know what I mean?
Huh?
What is this?
Yeah.
This whole
that's
thing.
interesting. Yeah, because what was the first phone I had? I think it was because I was in 6th grade. It was the Motorola Razr.
Yeah.
I had the Razr was my first phone. My parents were like, if you get straight A's, we'll get you a Razr.
The Razrs were the shit. Boy.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool too when like just different phones existed. You know what I mean?
There were
like,
so many different ones. Yeah. Now they all look the same.
Yeah. I kind of hate that.
Nothing's unique anymore.
I like exclusive shit. You know what I mean? But if you get some exclusive shit now, it's because your phone is trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nobody has that phone because it sucks.
Oh man, when I got a BlackBerry, when I got my first job, I got a BlackBerry.
What?
Oh my God.
Forget about it.
It was the best.
What
you
was
could
it?
text.
The BBN? What is it called?
I was about to say BBL. I don't know, but it was like a little round one, and it had the keyboard with the small screen, and you could play Snake on it.
What?
You could play no, not Tetris. There's a couple games on it, something like that.
Man,
that was the coolest.
Those were the shit, man.
Yeah, I didn't get my first iPhone until my senior year of high school.
Yeah, I got my iPhone late. I was like, I want to say like 20 something. I used to have Android, and I couldn't get Instagram. I'm like, yeah, this is trash.
Yeah. Yeah, I switched from iPhone to Android when I left high school. because I liked how the freedom of Android where you could customize everything.
Exactly.
And iPhone, you
Exactly.
couldn't customize anything.
Yeah.
And
you could download shit too.
Yeah. But I got sick of the text messaging because everyone I knew had iPhones. And then my husband, he had Android. He stuck it out for like another 5 years. He's like, I'm not getting it. He finally got an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how like there's always this like Android, iPhone like problem.
It's because of the group chats. You
Yeah.
put somebody with an Android in a group chat, it just ruins. And iPhone does it on purpose. They're like, oh, they make it look all like weird.
Yeah.
So,
I do wonder. There's a theory I was reading about that the lines for satellites, like for the phones, they're not actually in space. They're underwater.
Yeah, I saw that.
In the ground. Yeah. Because they think, I mean, these are flat earthers that think this because, you know, you can't leave Earth. So who knows if it's true. But I was reading about that. I was like, wouldn't that be crazy, though, if like, how do you keep a lie that big, though?
What, the flat Earth thing, or
No, just like say it wasn't any satellites, you couldn't leave Earth. Like we launch rockets here constantly. Like where are they going if they're not going up there?
I know when they found out about the wires in the ocean, that shit was just like, I knew it. You know what I mean? That had to be like the jackpot for them, man. Because that's a crazy ass concept. We're just gonna put a big ass cable from here to London.
I don't know how they would do that though.
They did it.
That's crazy.
They did it. It's crazy, yo.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
Nah, they really did it, yo. Like
I need to look it up.
They what's his name? Zuckerberg is just talking about he's trying to build his own for like Meta, for like his social media stuff. But yeah, I think when like telephones were first invented, that was like the first time they did it. They put a line from like New York to London or something like that. My cities could be off. And then I guess when like the internet thing came around, they deployed another cable.
That's crazy.
To help with the signal and shit. But I'm sure the satellites help a little bit too. But
yeah,
they really did that, and they're like very quiet about it too. You would think that's like more of like a known thing. That's how big the ocean is, though. I guess that's crazy, man.
And I imagine they have probably a bunch of government contractors involved because it's international waters.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dude, but like technically they say magic isn't real, but
this shit is magic.
It's magic.
It really is. I think about that all the time, like how cell phones work.
Yeah.
Like it's such a like vital part of our day, but nobody really like what just because there's like some metals in here and they vibrate and then send a signal to another piece of metal somewhere else. Like how does any of this?
That's crazy. And somehow we can't time travel yet.
Right.
What?
What is any of this, bro?
If you could time travel, what time would you go back to?
I don't know if I would want to go to the past or the future. If I'm going in the past, I'm going to the like year 300.
Yeah, like 300 BC.
Type shit. Yeah, I'm taking all of this shit
like
over.
Gladiator.
I'll take all of this shit over, though. I'll do one of these. some magic.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about
Everybody here would be black.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm going on a world tour. A world tour. Bring me your best. Or your worst, too. I don't care. I'm a man on a mission.
Do you have that condition where you always want to spread your genes? I think I don't know if it's a condition. Maybe it's just male biology, but there's some people like that guy that had 1,000 kids. Have you seen that? He had like where it was elevated to where he just like wanted to spread his genes so bad that he came up with this way to do it.
Wasn't he like a donor or something?
Yeah, but he did it legally.
Yeah.
He would just go to the women's houses and all in the same area. That's crazy.
That's crazy to think that he got 1,000 women to consent to him. When they know, like, they have to know, like, at least 40 other girls.
It's like Genghis Khan. Like, just...
Yeah, like, well, I want to know what he's saying to them. Like, he has to have, like, some immaculate game.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
You're a lesbian. You want a kid? Let's do it.
Yeah, literally,
I don't know. I think that's what he was doing.
That's crazy. Nah, I mean, it would be kind of cool to, like, see what I would look like within, like, other races and stuff like that. But Nah, I don't know, man. I kind of take like having kids serious, man. I couldn't be one of the people that has more kids than I'm able to provide for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like,
But if you were in 300 BC, you
oh
wouldn't.
yeah, I'm only here for like 2 years, and I'm hopping in my machine and sliding. Y'all will figure it out. I'll read about you in the newspaper, or I won't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll leave a BlackBerry with a couple of them. Like, yeah, figure this shit out because I don't know what it does. Yeah, that would be crazy. I don't know, man. You know, this is really weird. You know something I think about a lot with like evolution and shit? You know how they say like animals respond to their environments? That's why they're able to like camouflage or
Yeah.
they turn certain colors or whatever. Something about that is like weird to me because it's like, okay, your environment can have an effect on your DNA, right? That's what they're saying. So, and this is going to sound weird. I'm not going to say do it. But if there's like, for generations, if you just like cut somebody's arm off, every time they have a kid, the kid comes out, you cut the arm off. Would they start being born with no arm? Or would they start being born with like strong ass arms that can't be cut?
Probably.
You see what I'm saying? Isn't that weird?
Probably. So what are we doing to make people have Down syndrome?
Feeding them Cheetos. and Tampico. I don't know.
I don't know. It's mostly white people with Down syndrome, so it's got to be something that
White and
white
Asian.
people do.
What is that?
Are they just Asian though?
I don't know. I'm being racist. I'm trying not to get into my material.
I never seen an older. I was talking to somebody this the other day. I've never seen an older person with Down syndrome.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you ever seen an old person with Down syndrome?
Nah, I haven't, but I think it's because
Is their lifespan shorter?
No, I'm not gonna say that.
No, say whatever you want. I mean, you don't have to. If you feel like cutting it out after, I can.
Nah, they probably just keep them in the house. You know what I mean? They just lock them up. Like, all right, we don't get the SSI checks anymore. It's time to shut this little pony show down. It's not cute anymore.
People could collect them. Like Pokemon?
Collect Down syndrome.
And collect their social security. Like because the family members gotta die eventually.
That is weird. I don't see like black Down syndrome people.
I've seen a couple online.
Online, you Google
Yeah.
them?
No, I didn't Google it.
You had to go far and wide to find them.
I wasn't looking for it. It just popped up on my Instagram reels. I told you they're dangerous.
Yeah,
That's why I got to get out of there.
Yeah, something you might be interested in.
Yeah.
Heard you've been looking for one of these.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Rare form.
Yeah, for real. What's next for you? What you got up your sleeve?
I mean, I have things I think about that I know can take me to like the next level type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, obviously just keep doing shows and mics and getting my comedy better. That's going to take time regardless. But aside from that, what I'm really trying to do is just keep going out of town, going to Austin, going to Atlanta. I want to go to New York City. I want to just keep traveling so I can get as much experience outside of Florida too.
Yeah. Expand that network.
Yeah. But my idea with this, cause like, I mean, the Alex and Friends thing is the real reason why I did this is obviously like, cause when we all talk, like we're all shooting the shit for like 5 minutes outside. None of us really like know each other that well unless you're like buddies outside of comedy, you know? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's how I feel being in this so far. So I was like, I wanted to do a podcast, not always, but like before I started comedy, I thought podcasting was a cool thing, but I never tied it into my life. I wasn't like, I'm just going to start a podcast and start talking to random people. Yeah. You know, so it wasn't anything I ever pursued. But once I started comedy, I was like, all right, let me do this thing. And honestly, I think like this will be the way that I build my fan base. Mm-hmm. And although my comedy won't be where I want it to be or the readiness that I want it to be, I feel like I can take this and utilize it to get me to that readiness. So basically, I want to tour based off of my fan base using this. Yeah. And then utilize that. So basically what I'm trying to do is, because I don't have the time, obviously. So like say this, I don't know, I don't care or know how long this will take to get to where I want it to be. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do it regardless because I enjoy it. But it's like, if I get to that point to where like, okay, I have a fan base. I know where my fan base is all over the United States. Now I can tour to these places and book clubs because I have because I know that clubs will book you if you have a certain following online. So I figured, I'm like, well, if I don't have the time comedy wise yet, which right now I definitely don't, I can still do a show. I don't have to be the headliner.
Right.
I don't have to be the guy.
Right.
I'll bring some people, but I don't have to be the guy. So my idea is like I can take like my Alex and Friends show that I do at Villain right now. I want to take that and do that in other places and basically work with people I think are killers that'll make me better, you know, working side by side. So that's really what I'm trying to do on like a large scale. But like right now I'm just grinding as much as I can.
Yeah.
I had, you know, Mike's shows, trying to make Villain a comedy club so I can
that's fire. That's
do
fire.
that.
I saw that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fire. Hell yeah.
We'll see how it goes. It's a small place. The owner seems to be all in and ready to like, you know, build a stage and like change the whole layout of the bar to make it work.
Right.
So if we can do that, we can make it work.
Those are the best people to work with.
Yeah.
Man. Those are the best people that like buy into the vision and don't just treat it as like a money grab, but they like actually care. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm meeting with him soon. I was supposed to meet with him this week, but he got that shit that's going around.
It's like a stomach virus or something going on.
I don't know. I had it for 3 weeks.
For real?
Dude, I was coughing, couldn't stop coughing, and I was like, "What the hell?" I thought it was like the next COVID flu, whatever the hell it is. But he's got it now too. So we were supposed to meet this week, but we're gonna meet to basically talk about like the layout, where the stage is gonna go. You know, probably move everything to make it to where we can fit more like, you know, 30, 40 people instead of like 20. So I think that would be good. But I think it would be good for not just me, but like also all the other comedians in Melbourne too, because you know we got to drive to Orlando a lot. And it's not a bad thing to go out there. Still need to go out there to go do different crowds and shit. But
it's still a long drive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So it'll be nice to have something locally. And yeah, me and my husband are moving now. We just got our new house, so this is the last month I'll be in here. I just did this shit.
Exactly. How do you feel?
No.
How do you feel?
I'm like, shit, it's only been 4 months and now I gotta go do this shit all over again.
That's
But
crazy. Wallpaper.
yeah. There's actually a local artist, Noah Cook. My headshots, I don't know if you've seen them. The art in the background is that pineapples. He did that.
Oh, dope.
So I'm gonna have it ain't cheap. So I'm gonna have him come by, and I think what I'm gonna do, because instead of having a couch, I'm gonna have a chair, like a single chair instead, because everyone sinks into this couch. Yeah. But I'm gonna have him just like do a corner, like maybe just like a corner thing. I don't know what. I'm just gonna let him do whatever. Yeah. I don't like telling artists what to do. I'm just like, I like this color. Do your fucking thing. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I like this shit. It's fun. It's cool.
It's not the best just being able to pay somebody to do something you don't want to do. You're like, nah, man, whatever.
I hate editing. That's why I want someone to edit so bad.
I'm kind of good at editing, dog.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. As long as like I learn whatever program I'm using.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird too. I kind of like, anytime I make a reel or something, it's like a thing I do, like, I don't know. But if I make a reel, I usually put a song over it. And a lot of times the songs fit exactly with what I'm saying. It's so weird. There's like a BPM to it. Like when the beat drops, that's when I make like a point. You know, and I don't do it on purpose. And it happens with like, if I put together like a montage video, a lot of the stuff that they're saying in the songs kind of match with what I'm doing in the video. Like, it's fucking weird. Yo. Yeah. It's weird. I'm like, yo, I might have like a sixth sense for this editing shit for real.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I can't. I just hate the repetitiveness of because I'm editing the same fucking thing every time, and it's just like, because all I'm doing is switching the camera. I'm just cutting and switching.
Oh yeah, for podcasting.
Yeah,
that's different.
so I have to do it like over and over again, and like some of them take way longer than others. Like if I have somebody that will just sit there and talk the whole time, those are the easiest ones. I'm like, yeah, keep talking because they'll make my editing easier.
It's a long cut. Oh, yeah.
But there is AI you can use, but I'm so inexperienced with this stuff. I've tried my hardest to I can't figure it out for the life of me. So I can't bitch it. I love doing this. Like, this is fun, but the editing,
it's going to get to a point where you just got some guy sitting over in the corner just switching cameras.
Yeah. Instead of Jamie, it'll be Janet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll probably, whenever I can afford it, I'll probably just hire some kid out of college that wants experience or something like that.
Intern vibe.
I can't afford a professional.
You're so cool, Alex. That's gonna be his thing.
Good.
Yeah.
I need someone to tell me I'm cool.
All right. He's gonna be in the cut like, I
No.
just really love it. I'm just doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't really have like solidified plans, but I'm enjoying
Could have
it.
fooled me. It looks solidified to me.
Yeah, it's I figured you might as well go into debt again. Why not? Why
You
not?
Made it out the first time. You good?
I didn't have to. I could have gotten an iPhone, couple, cheaper lights and made it a little less. But I feel like if I start professional, it can only get
Exactly.
It's only gonna get better.
Yeah, and
you
it's
know,
gonna make people want to be on it too, because it's gonna be a good look, and not like some like rinky dink, janky shit. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it's I enjoy it, but yeah, I mean, I don't know how long we've got. I can look real quick. Oh. We're at like 50 minutes. We can cut it there. We're pretty good.
Right on the nose.
Yeah, that's all right.
Damn near 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming. I don't really introduce people because your name's on the fucking front cover. So I need to be like, hey guys, we're sitting with Jarri Knows. No, I'm not. And I will never use your government name again.
No, it's all good. It's funny, man, because like I stopped going by like my last name in comedy because it feels too like personal. You know what I mean? Like people, hey, Jarri, right? It's just like I don't want y'all knowing my name like that. But at the same time, it's like people that have like nicknames in comedy, it kind of annoys me. Like if your nickname is like fucking Catfish, you know what I mean? what are we doing?
Yeah,
you know what I
or
mean?
like the funny guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like Sam the funny guy.
But I guess technically I'm one of those people. I'm the nickname guy.
Yeah, but I mean, it sounds it doesn't sound crazy,
right? It's not like
it's not
tacky.
When I met you, I thought it was your actual last name, and then I saw your Facebook name, and I was like, oh wait, and that's where I got confused because I was like, wait, no, what do I do? I should just ask. Obviously,
it won't
let
me change it, man. I was mad. It was Jarri Knows for a minute, but they made me put my government on there. Maybe they'll let me change it back.
Yeah, I don't know how much they're regulating it, but. Yeah, thanks for coming. I usually have at the end people shout out their social media, Instagram, shows coming up, even though this will be coming out in probably 2-3 weeks. But
you can follow me on social media at Jarri Knows. That's spelled JARRIKNOWS. My next show is February 16th at the Orlando Funny Bone. That's a Sunday, the Sunday before President's Day. So hopefully y'all can make it out. Tickets are on sale on the website. I see y'all there.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It was fun, yeah.
Oh, man.
I'll have to have you back at some point.
Yeah, when I got, like, interesting stuff to talk about.
No, it's fine.
And she keep working that back and I'm about to throw the shit like back and forward. When she teasing what she got me